So hello and welcome to this reading. This reading is all about the person on your mind. Can be friend, family, stranger, probably more likely to be someone you don't know too well, since this reading is about who are they, what kind of person are they, like just a bit about them so that you can, understand them a bit better, which can always be helpful. So we have 3 piles today. We have pile number 1 here with the colour yellow called Freedom Fighter and this opalite. And then we have pile number 2 with this orange that's called Fireside and this little clear quartz. Very cute. And then we have pile number 3, which is Black Pearl, and this little rock, found it in a river with my partner. So there we go. Sit with yourself a moment and see which card or pile is feeling like the one for you today. And then when you're ready, there'll be timestamps in the description which you can click through and head to your reading. I'll see you there. With Freedom Fighter and the Queen of Water and even here in the King of Cups, I see that this is somebody who is an exceptionally caring person, and one way that they show this is that they are an emotionally safe space for others. They're not judgmental, they're very caring and very open, and they help others free themselves emotionally by being that safe place. Because they are so non-judgmental and people feel so comfortable around them, people are able to let go of these burdens. And this is something this person does, on a conscious but massively subconscious level. Like, it's just who they are. They aren't consciously trying to do this so much. It's just that they genuinely care about people, and so they are just this loving space where people can let go and free themselves. I'm getting that 2 things here with the King of Cups, which is that they are very good at seeing people for who they are, and also that I think you and this person have a similarity. Like, you also have differences, but I think that you share a lot of qualities, which makes it easy to connect with this person on a personal level. This is somebody who always tries to do the right thing, and it's because they have seen a lot of trouble or hard times in their life, and it is really only made them stronger. As hard as it may have been for them in certain times, they're somebody who has always remained optimistic, and they have a lot of bravery. And I don't so much get that they've had to express this bravery physically, more so emotionally. This is a very emotional person that is coming through here. Very strong and very grounded as well. I think that they are a naturally lucky person because they or do always try to do the right thing, and so karmically and, you know, socially, people, because they're not doing wrong by people, people don't generally try to do them wrong. You know, I feel like that is a karmic principle right there. They generally have really healthy relationships, and they know how to manage their life as well. I think that they're just a very mature person. They're not afraid to see, like, call things how they see them. If they see a bad behavior, they'll just kind of say in the nicest way, hey, that's not too cool. Maybe we don't do that, you know? Like, it's not cool to treat me that way. It's not cool to treat this person that way. That's the kind of person that they are. I think that this person has achieved a level of success in their life. Most of the battles that they come across, they surmount victorious. And they've built themselves a really beautiful life. I think that they probably have a very well decorated home. They care about aesthetics to a certain point, but it is not what runs them or drives them. Definitely they're somebody who's driven by emotion about their relationships. They're very intelligent, and they have a bit of a quick wit to them. I'm not so much getting that this is a very humorous person. Not that they don't have a sense of humor, or that they don't appreciate it, that they can't laugh. I'm sure they can. But just that naturally they're more of a talking sort of person. I think generally they have a sense of optimism about their life, and that they are a great and fun person to be around. They really build others up, and they really want everyone to be as happy and successful as they are, because I really do get that. I think that they're successful financially and emotionally within themselves. Personally, they feel like they're proud of themselves. This person definitely likes things to be neat and like manicured, so I think that they, you know, their home is very tidy. There might be a bit of a, not necessarily a minimalist with, you know, I feel like in minimalism there's generally a lot of hard lines and stuff. More so that they are very clean and don't feel a need to have unnecessary amount of items. Otherwise, I think that their style is quite elegant, and, you know, see here with the pillars, and with this, like, very simple but very elegant. Here with this chair, definitely getting that. It's a very pretty kind of style. They are definitely very driven, and with their career certainly coming through as a major aspect of their life. They could be a psychologist, psychiatrist, a therapist, counselor, something like that. Otherwise, they could also be in the beauty industry, masseuse maybe, something like that. Definitely use your own intuition. If the rest of this is sounding accurate about who they are, don't get caught up on the career thing. Just that something about their career, like that it means a lot to them, that they are doing what they want to be doing career-wise. They're very, very good at maintaining their relationships. Just gonna look this one up. that if this person is of age, that they definitely enjoy a good glass of wine. They're an extremely resilient person because they have had to experience so much. Even here with the Freedom Fighter, this card is like all crumpled at the top, and it's called Freedom Fighter, and the color yellow, like to me color yellow is happiness, optimism. And so even though they have really had to fight for their freedom, like I think that they have been through some very heavy times in their life, they are still such an optimistic and happy person that they have really come so far and like built their life so to such a point that they are so proud of themselves and who they are, and they are somebody who can navigate the path as it comes, because they know that they have done so much already, and that they know that they are, you know, have built themselves as their own stability, rather than attaching themselves or their stability to a certain aspect of their life. And so I think that this person would say that while they are so happy in their career, for example, like so proud of where they are in life, they can also accept if things change. That's okay. And in 5 years' time I might feel differently, or you know, I in 10 years' time I might decide to do this, and that's okay. I think that this person is definitely very calm and go with the flow. I think that they also do journaling, light candles around their home. They're a very relaxing person. Definitely like a wine and cheese kind of hors d'oeuvres. Getting this person is very fancy and elegant, but also very down to earth. Might pull some charms. They're definitely a very committed person. When they have decided they want to do something, they take it step by step and they make it happen. They're not afraid to take things slowly or quickly. They're a huge protector of all people, but especially those they care about. I think that if they saw somebody struggling who was a complete stranger, they would not hesitate to help, because it's just who they are. They care greatly about people. They're a great teammate, but they also could literally play tennis. I feel like that would suit this person exactly for the energy I'm getting through. They could be a tennis player. I feel like they definitely have money, but maybe not, you know, it's just the vibe that they come through with. They are a great communicator. They're very, very capable, speaking about things emotionally, speaking about things confidently, speaking about their craft, you know, things that they are knowledgeable about, and they're very well spoken when talking about these things. They're also a great conversationalist, as in when they talk with people, it's enjoyable for those involved, and they enjoy it greatly as well. It really fills their cup up to talk about things both intellectually and emotionally. But otherwise, I think that's all I'm getting. Thank you so much, Pile 1. If you liked it, I'd love if you gave it a like, and subscribe if you connect with me. We're building a community full of love and light here. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll hope to see you again soon. Bye! I think this person is somebody very sweet and caring and very youthful. I think that they would be someone who would have like little hobbies like crafting. I feel like they might like crochet or like doing little like homey stuff. I feel like they love going out with friends, more so a small group, and they have a very close-knit friend group, and especially one person they're extremely close with. They're a lot of fun to be around, but they might be a little bit shy at first, and then when you get to know them, they are very spontaneous, excited, like they like to laugh and to have a very cute vibe about them, cute sense of humor, a little giggle. They're very good at they're very good company. They're someone who's very loving, and they express it in a very sweet and cute way, kind of childlike, but not childish, if you know what I mean. They're not immature. They're very knowledgeable in what they in their passion, and it might not actually be what they do for a job. If they do a craft, or crafting, knitting, or this is the kind of thing I'm feeling for this person. They are very knowledgeable on their craft, and they just do it because they have a lot of passion for it. They like to learn about it because they love doing it. They love having a product made from something that they like to do, that they feel passionate about. There could be times that this person is a little bit argumentative. They definitely have a big heart and come from a caring place, but then sometimes they can express this in a little bit of an immature way. But I think that overall that's not who they are, that they're not an immature person, that just sometimes that they can be a little bit. And this can come out a little bit competitively. If they're playing a game or something, you might see it. This person may have been bullied in the past, and that could even, be what kind of fuels that immaturity, is like a part of themselves that's still hurt from how they were treated in the past, especially getting in school, even when they were a smaller child. But overall, they have been able to move away from how that made them feel in the past. I think that for a long time they were very shy toward everyone, but now they have come to a place where they've been able to move away from that pain and heal and express themselves freely within certain environments. There's someone who has definitely grown a lot, and very naturally grows, not in huge leaps and bounds, but gently. Over time they grow and they see new things, and there's a very gentle nature that this person has. They could really like going out in nature, more so quietly, like a forest or their backyard even, I think would be this kind of person's nature. I definitely get that they're a bit of a homebody, but they're very, they love things to be comfortable. They might have a home library, they like to read and rug up with a book and a cup of tea, next to the fireplace. Or I was imagining an outside fire this whole time, but fireplace came to my mind, so maybe they are definitely, they really like being inside, but I definitely get they like being outside too, just on a smaller scale. When they were younger, this is strange, but it popped in my head too. When they were younger, they might have been the kind of child that liked collecting little bugs and stuff, not to, keep fully, but just to play with, and oh my goodness, like a little bug. They're very sweet, this person. And I'm also getting they might like to bake. I was going to say cook, but that's not exactly what I'm feeling. I think that it's baking, like bread or that cute little things, making cakes. Like, I think that's what this person likes. Sometimes they do reminisce about things that went on in the past that hurt them. I think that while they have made a lot of progress to heal this hurt within themselves over time, it's still there, and so that might kind of be something to keep in mind when you interact with this person. It's just that they are a super loving and caring person, but there is a hurt place within themselves, and their inner child is still a bit hurt from things that have happened in the past, and that can cause them to act a little bit immature, argumentative, or sulk a little bit, and if you can, try and have compassion for it, but obviously you don't have to enable it, because that doesn't help anybody, but just a bit more understanding, I suppose. I think in the past they definitely got bullied for who they are and what they, their interests and stuff like that. Like, they might be a little bit nerdy, a little bit dorky. If there's like a certain book they like, like Harry Potter or Potterheads, it's like I'm Hufflepuff, that sort of thing, which personally I love. I love a bit of dorkiness, but I think that they definitely got bullied for that self-expression. And for a long time that kind of, or for a while at least, that made them want to fit in and camouflage so that they weren't getting bullied. But they have definitely been able to come to a place where they're like, it's great that I have these interests, I'm unique and that's special, and I love myself for that. And so that has definitely come a point of power for them. It is their uniqueness, and it is their love of crafting and hobbies and these little kind of home-bodied hobbies is what I'm getting. Said that with the most love in my heart. I love those kind of things. And they've really made this a point of confidence within themselves. I think their style is very simple. They like to be comfortable. They don't so much care if it's, the glitz and the glam. They really like things to be comfortable. They like coziness. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if their house was a bit cluttered, and like if they live in a smaller space. They just really like things that, like a little book mouse, They could be a bit sensitive at times, again, coming from that like hurt place in themselves, that they might, I don't really like this, like, overreact, that, I don't know, I feel like when people use it, it can come from a place of, a lack of empathy a lot of the time. But I think sometimes this person can read into things a little bit too much, and and it can kind of they can kind of upset themselves by misunderstanding things, and so while they have overcome so much, again, it is that they're still kind of working through those things, and sometimes it can cause them to be a bit overly sensitive where they don't so much need to be. But otherwise, I think we will get into the charms. I wouldn't be surprised if this person, it's like a potion making, I was thinking witchy, but and they could very well be a bit of a witchy kind of vibe. But otherwise they could really like making hot chocolate, like a very special kind of hot chocolate or a tea, or making little like drinks in the kitchen. I saw a charm go under there. Maybe not. I think this person has one particular friend in their life who they've had since school, and they and this person are just so super close. You may have met this person in May, if that is relevant at all. I really get that this is just a really soft-hearted and caring and sweet person, and so they don't mean to act immaturely or, create conflict for themselves. It really does just come from a hurt place. But once they feel safe, they really are able to let go of a lot of those behaviors. It just takes this person time to kind of relax and know that they're in a non-judgment kind of space. That's really what they need as a person. They just want to be accepted for who they are. They could really love Disney movies. I think that they also have a lot of trinkets around their home. And they go to bed early. I think that they have a bit of a sweet tooth. I'm getting like strawberries and cream. Even like that lolly, I don't know if that's just an Australian lolly, but like there's like a strawberries and cream lolly as well. I just think this person is like the sweetest person. I'll look for that charm because I swear I saw one. Maybe not. Okay, well, thank you so much. That's the reading, and I hope you enjoyed. I hope it resonated. If it did, and if you liked it, I'd definitely love if you gave it a like and subscribe if you connect with me. We're building a community of love and light, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. See ya! I think that this is a very unique person with the black pearl. I think that they might have a bit more of a dark aesthetic. Could even be a goth, or have a gothic aesthetic. They could be a bit witchy, and I think that they definitely like occult things. Definitely more of, can't really think of the word, I guess like more traditionalist when it comes to these sort of things, or a bit more into a certain aspect of it, spell casting, channeling. They definitely flirt with these kind of dark energies, and I don't mean like demons or stuff like that, just that they like those kind of that darkness, vampiric sort of things. I think that they have a certain exterior, which is this, they might have a certain like wearing dark clothes or goth style, and that is sort of their outer layer, and it does come from within, and that is who they are, but I think that there's also a lot more to them that people don't initially see. They have a very close-knit circle, and they could even be a part of a coven. But ultimately they just have a lot of layers to them. Layers that they show to different kind of groups of people. Different versions of themselves that they show to different types of people. I think that they're very good at filtering their themselves, and that they are a very good communicator. There's something else coming through about their communication, which I'm not quite... They don't always say what they are thinking. I think they move through life quite slowly. That they're quite patient. I get that this person might say that it's because they're dead inside, which is so grim, but it's the energy that's coming through. I think they're very not into the cutesy. They might think cutesy is a bit cringe, and while I don't get that they're... I was going to say that I don't get that they're very judgmental, but I think that they could be maybe a little bit judgmental. It's just that they have a very specific style and aesthetic, and they might sometimes think that that is superior. But this might not be an energy that they're in all the time. I think that they are a bit of a chameleon. Kind of molding to the people who they are around. I think that that's definitely a skill of theirs, is to read people's behavior and then also kind of behave in a similar way, or a way that they think they will be accepted by. They might come from a broken home, or have left their home during their teen years. And this has kind of left them with a level of sadness in their heart. Not that I think that it was the wrong thing, because I'm getting that they could have come from abuse, but that it just kind of, they wish that their life could have been different, so they could have a bit of regret. Remorse is coming through as well. It's like they self-reflect and they can recognize things in the past that they don't appreciate about themselves, things they have done, but they also have this thought or belief that they can't change, that that's who they are, and so I feel like this person is a bit stagnant in that regard. They could have tattoos and piercings, and they could have a particular interest in astrology or the cycles of the moon. They could even have like a moon tattoo. More so though, I'm getting that their type of magic is spellcasting and that kind of style of occult, if you know what I mean. I think that this person is quite secretive. They're very controlled about what they let people see about themselves. I think that definitely, like that sort of behavior does definitely come from a place of being hurt in the past or going through certain turmoil in the past. That this person is now, I think more so on a subconscious level, controlling themselves to suit their environment. And so this person might not be the easiest to truly get to know, which is an important thing to know about someone, I think, because I think it's much easier and fulfilling to have a relationship with somebody who is honest and genuine and doesn't just tell us what we want to hear or be who we want them to be, and who is just themselves, because it just creates an easier dynamic, you know. I think we'll pull some charms for this person. This one also fell off to the side. A lot of them falling in this little dish here. Oh, I'm definitely getting that this person has tattoos, because I have a tattoo of a velociraptor, and this one came out, and I'm just feeling that for this person. Oof. I definitely get that this person, they could be like, you know, have a really fun and spontaneous and like exciting kind of aspect. It's like they could like going out at night, they could like vandalism. I'm just kind of getting, but it's like they have a super fun side, but it's not that always coming out in a certain, like in a very healthy way, not like, you know, depending on, I like graffiti if it's done beautifully. I have no hate against it, but you know, I think we could admit that certain vandalism is not great and does hurt people. And I'm getting that because, you know, dolphins, they're, you know, have this kind of representation of being these beautiful and optimistic and fun, playful and helpful beings, but then also real dolphins can be very, very, very dark creatures, and so that's kind of why I'm getting there. They could be Irish or have descendants, come from Irish lineage. I'm definitely getting the magic as well, like their family could have, this could be something that is in their family about doing magic, spellcasting and that sort of thing. There's a certain culture that means a lot to this person. They could also like to wear a lot of jewelry. I think no one really knows this person like they know themselves, and until they make the decision to let people in, I think nobody ever will really know who this person truly is. I'm again getting that it's not that they're a fake person when they're around others, it's just that they're also not being completely genuine. And more so from it doesn't so much come from a place where they want to manipulate people, it really does come from a place where they're trying to control themselves to suit any kind of environment so that they can feel safe on a subconscious level. I think when they do this too much and kind of change their stripes to suit certain dynamics, it can kind of make them feel a bit empty inside because they're not being true to themselves and who they really are, and so it's kind of a behavior that they've really developed and molded into themselves, but it is not really a healthy kind of behavior, and it doesn't make them feel good in the long run. But this is something that they're not aware of, with this like owl being upside down. It's something that they have the capability to be aware of if they so choose. Like I'm really getting that, like this could be something that they might realize and kind of change in the future, but for the time being they're not aware of this, that this behavior kind of limits them, or why they even do this, or that they do it. Like it's just, I don't think that they would even say that they do this. They could like grungy style music, they could be into metal or more alternative styles of music. I think that they definitely have been taken out of a really terrible situation in the past, and it has made them stronger, but it has also made them put up a lot of walls, and that is again why they have that certain behavior of molding themselves, and so while they have come out of that and come out of that stronger, they have also come out of that more guarded and afraid underneath. I think this person is capable of a lot of growth, and I think that there will come a time when it kind of spurs forward, and I don't think that they're there yet, but I think that that's something that they'll definitely do in the future, is shoot forth, and they might suddenly, all of a sudden, they might come across as being a completely different person, but it's not that they are a completely different person, it's that they finally realize some of this about themselves and work through it, and now that they're finally going to be themselves. And when that day comes, I think that that's going to be a huge shift for everyone who knows them, because it's going to be like they just all of a sudden are a brand new person, which is, I'm really excited for them when that does happen. But otherwise, I think that's all I'm getting. Just make sure I'm getting all those charms. Sometimes I feel like they go under the cards. Yeah. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it resonated, and if you liked it, I'd love if you gave me a like and subscribe if you'd like to join our community. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and Thank you so much for being here. Bye!